Brent Barnett back with you here on Brownfield Ag News, reporting from the Iowa FFA State Convention in Ames at the Hilton Coliseum. Joining us now, Kadence Boender, the state reporter for Iowa FFA. Kadence, thanks for being here. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for having me. It's been fun so far today.
Good deal. What an exciting time. What have you been up to so far? I know it's pretty early on in the meeting.
Yeah, it's definitely early on, but enjoying the talent show that's happening right now. My sister actually just performed, so that was really fun. But just really getting to have that member engagement has been awesome. And seeing people we've gotten to see the whole year at like chapter visits or Green Hand Fire Ups, seeing them now here, it's a good wrap on the year that we've had.
So you're a state reporter and your term winding down here this week, but for the listeners that are curious, what goes into that position as state reporter?
So as state officers, we all do a lot. As state reporter, I'm in charge of running our social media pages. So pretty much anything you see on the Iowa FFA Facebook or Instagram pages, me and the secretary have posted there. So a lot of work with social medias, and then just going around doing chapter visits at a bunch of different chapters throughout the year all over the state, as well as facilitating at Green Hand Fire Up and Colt conferences for chapter officers. So just a lot of traveling and member engagement mostly.
What have been some of your most favorite, events or things you've been to this year?
One of my favorite things we got to do was definitely the Iowa State Fair. I mean, obviously no fair compares to it, but being there for all 14 days and getting to see FFA members succeed, as well as I loved working in the display booth and just getting to see all the fair goers, helping give out tattoos at night. It was just a lot of fun.
That's great. So tell us about your background, where you're from, and what you're studying.
So I'm originally from Northwest Iowa. I went to high school at Central Lyon, but I'm a sophomore here at Iowa State, and I'm double majoring in animal science and ag ed, and then I also have minors in political science and Spanish translation and interpretation studies.
Very good. What any ideas what you're wanting to do career-wise?
I'm hoping to get into ag policy and politics and work to advocate for Iowans on the national and state level.
Back in Northwest Iowa, do you have a family farm?
I come from an acreage, and then my grandparents have a row crop operation. So been immersed in 4-H and FFA, the ag world, whether it be row crops, beef cattle, sheep, pigs, chickens, a little bit of everything we got. So
that's awesome. Here at the state convention this week, what are you most excited about in these next few days?
I'm just excited. We've been prepping really hard for this. Lots of practice, lots of time put into it. Just to see it all come together in this building, it's crazy. It's incredible. All the hard work that we put in throughout this entire year, it's a perfect way to end the year of service we've had.
That's great. What advice would you give to the incoming state officers when we get to the final sessions?
I'd say definitely just to enjoy every moment you get. This last year, truly, every single day was different, but it was filled with so many great moments, and just to enjoy every single one of them, both the highs, the lows, and all the miles you put on your car, because it's all worth it in the end.
What has FFA Kadence meant to you? Didn't know if you could talk about that a little bit.
FFA truly has shaped who I am, and it's one of the biggest things in my life, and it just means so much to be able to be here, to be representing Iowa FFA. I was a shy kid as a freshman who came in, and creed speaking, I found my voice, and it changed my life from there. I kept wanting to compete, kept wanting to get active and involved, and it shaped who I am. I wouldn't be able to do an interview like this had I not joined FFA. So it's given me so many opportunities, both in my personal and professional lives.
That's really cool. When we look at ag education, a lot of young students up and coming, people getting new into FFA or thinking about it. What would you say to those thinking about getting involved in FFA and looking at ag education?
I'd say definitely take that ag class, and then my biggest piece of advice for new FFA members or any FFA members to really take those opportunities, get involved. FFA will change your life if you let it, but you have to be the one to take that first step. You have to be the one to get involved in those contests or those proficiency applications. So just take the opportunities and really get involved.
As you look back on your time as state reporter, I know we talked about some of the things you've gone to. What did you most take away from being a state reporter here for the Iowa FFA?
I think one of the biggest things I'm taking away is just the connections I built, whether it be with Iowa FFA members. We have state officers from almost 14 other states here at our convention specifically. So just all the connections I've gotten to build with my teammates, with members from across the state, from across the nation even. So just those connections and those memories that we have together is something I'll always remember.
Kadence, thanks so much for the time here, and have a great rest of the time here at the Iowa FFA Convention.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Kadence Boender joining us here on Brownfield. Again, we're at the Hilton Coliseum for the Iowa State FFA Convention in Ames. I'm Brent Barnett with Brownfield.